Every single day, billions of people around the world create fire with a simple flick of their wrist. But what if I told you that this revolutionary invention happened completely by accident, in the most mundane way possible? A chemist literally just scraped some gunk off a stick, and suddenly humanity had pocket-sized fire. Today, matches seem almost quaint in our world of lighters and electric stoves. Yet they remain ubiquitous, sitting in kitchen drawers, camping packs, and restaurant counters worldwide. We barely think about them anymore. But the story of how matches came to exist is anything but ordinary, and it reveals something fascinating about the nature of scientific discovery itself. Let's travel back to 1826 in Stockton-on-Tees, England. John Walker wasn't trying to revolutionize firemaking. He was a pharmacist and chemist who spent his days mixing compounds, creating medicines, and conducting experiments. Like many scientists of his era, he was curious about chemical reactions, particularly those involving combustion. He'd been experimenting with various mixtures, trying to create a new explosive compound for firearms. One afternoon, Walker was stirring a mixture of potassium chlorate and antimony sulfide, gum arabic, and starch. The stick he used for stirring became coated with this chemical paste. As the mixture dried on the stick, it formed a crusty blob at the end. Walker, being a practical man who disliked waste, tried to remove the dried chemicals by scraping the stick against the stone floor of his fireplace. What happened next changed everything. The friction created by scraping caused the chemicals to ignite in a bright flash and burst of flame. Walker stood there, probably startled, holding what would become one of the most transformative inventions of the modern era. He'd just created the first friction match. Now here's where the story gets even more interesting. Walker didn't patent his invention. Can you imagine that? He'd stumbled upon something that would eventually be worth millions, and he simply decided to share it freely with the world. When asked why, Walker reportedly said he wanted his discovery to benefit humanity, not his wallet. In 1827, he began selling his matches at his pharmacy, calling them friction lights. These early matches were quite different from what we use today. They were 3 inches long, made of cardboard, and came in a tin box with a piece of folded sandpaper for striking. Walker sold them for $1 per 100. The matches would ignite with a shower of sparks and produce an unpleasant smell from the antimony sulfide. They weren't perfect, but they were revolutionary. Before Walker's accidental discovery, creating fire was genuinely difficult. People relied on tinderboxes, which required striking steel against flint to create sparks that would hopefully ignite charred cloth or other tinder material. This process was time-consuming, frustrating, and often failed in damp conditions. Imagine trying to light your morning stove this way every single day. The luxury of instant fire was something our ancestors could barely dream about. Walker's invention quickly caught the attention of other chemists and entrepreneurs. Samuel Jones, a London businessman, saw the commercial potential and began manufacturing his own version, which he called lucifers. He marketed them aggressively and made a fortune, something Walker never did. The name lucifers stuck for a while, derived from the Latin word for light bearer, though it also carried devilish connotations that made some religious folks uncomfortable about using them. But these early matches had serious problems. They were unpredictable, sometimes exploding violently. They could ignite spontaneously in warm conditions. And they contained white phosphorus, which was later discovered to be highly toxic. Factory workers who manufactured these matches often suffered from a horrific condition called phossy jaw, where the phosphorus literally caused their jawbones to rot and glow in the dark. It was a nightmare. The solution came in 1844, when Swedish inventor Gustaf Erik Pasch developed the safety match. His brilliant innovation was separating the reactive chemicals. He put red phosphorus on the striking surface and the oxidizing agent on the match head. This meant matches could only ignite when struck against their specific box. No more accidental fires in pockets or storage, no more toxic white phosphorus poisoning workers. Swedish manufacturers perfected Pasch's design, and by the late 1800s, safety matches dominated the market. Sweden became synonymous with match production, with companies like Swedish Match becoming global powerhouses. The iconic Swedish Match design, with its red tip and sturdy construction, became the standard worldwide. The impact of matches on human civilization cannot be overstated. They democratized fire. Suddenly, anyone could create flame instantly, safely, and cheaply. This transformed cooking, heating, lighting, and countless industrial processes. Matches enabled exploration of remote regions, made camping accessible, and supported the expansion of railroads and industry. They were essential tools in both world wars, included in every soldier's kit. Matches also sparked social change. The match industry employed hundreds of thousands of workers, many of them women and children in terrible conditions. The famous London Match Girls' Strike of 1888 became a pivotal moment in labor history, drawing attention to worker exploitation and helping birth the modern labor movement. These young women, suffering from phossy jaw and poverty wages, stood up against Bryant and May, one of Britain's largest match manufacturers, and won. Today's matches are marvels of chemical engineering compared to Walker's crude prototypes. Modern safety matches use potassium chlorate or potassium perchlorate as oxidizers, combined with sulfur and glass powder. The striking surface contains red phosphorus, powdered glass, and binder. When you strike a match, friction heats the red phosphorus, converting it briefly to white phosphorus, which ignites the potassium chlorate in the match head. This ignites the sulfur, which then lights the wood. All of this happens in milliseconds. We've also developed specialized matches for every purpose imaginable. Waterproof matches for outdoor enthusiasts, storm matches that burn in hurricane-force winds, strike-anywhere matches for convenience, book matches for advertising, even decorative matches that double as home decor. The simple accident in Walker's pharmacy spawned an entire industry of innovation. Yet in many ways, matches are becoming obsolete. Lighters, electric stoves, and gas igniters have replaced them in most daily applications. Global match consumption has declined steadily for decades, but matches persist, especially in developing nations and for specific uses like candles, camping, and emergencies. There's something primal and satisfying about striking a match, that brief moment of controlled fire in your fingertips. The story of matches reminds us that groundbreaking innovations often emerge from accidents, from someone paying attention when something unexpected happens. Walker could have simply thrown away that chemical-coated stick, annoyed at the mess. Instead, he investigated, experimented, and shared his discovery. His accidental scrape against fireplace stones literally sparked a revolution that touched billions of lives across 2 centuries. Sometimes the most world-changing inventions come not from grand plans, but from curiosity about a happy accident and the generosity to share it with everyone.